Hey guys, I just wanted to talk to everyone about the idea of curly hair in general, not just in terms of naturals, but in terms of any curly person, and the idea of, I guess clumping might be the word, or grouping. You know, the thing about curly hair is that, you know, it frizzes, and that's the majority of the problem people have with their curly hair, is that it's frizzy. While I embrace my frizz, as evidenced by what I'm working with today, other people may have an abundance of frizz that may not work for their hair, and they need to understand what the goal, I guess, would be, or what makes curly hair look its best. Because, you know, despite the fact that I have this frizz here, within the frizz there are some defined curls that make, you know, that balance the whole look in general. And I think that with curly hair, you either have too much or you don't have enough when it comes to the curl definition versus the frizz. And when I say that, I'm talking about, I see other girls who may use a lot of gel in their hair, and so every curl is just this hard little twist in their hair. Everything is, and it's really flat curls, like their hair, like they just came out of the shower, wet type of curls, which is not something that I'm particularly into. I think it's too defined. But then you have the, you know, it's kind of curly, but then it's mostly not. It's mostly just a bunch of frizz, and sometimes I end up looking like that too, but that's usually after, you know, a week of not doing anything to my hair, or, you know, a week of my hair is out after I pulled it into ponytails and stuff like that, so I got partially, you know, straight frizz, and then I have some curl at the end. It's, you know, not a good look in general, but you know, kind of to give people an idea of what it is their hair needs, and where, you know, braid outs and twist outs play a huge role in curls, is that, you know, you have to think of like every strand of your hair being an individual. Think of it as being a person. And in society, typically, nobody wants to be alone. Each one of those little hair strands is a person. And we all have to belong somewhere. So each hair needs to find their own personal clique that they can connect with. And when you become a group, hopefully you become better. We're talking about hair, so in our case, in hair terms, when you become a group, that makes your curls look that much better. So if you have kinkier hair, you don't necessarily get any real curl definition. You have all of your strands of hair existing on their own. And that's why you have your afro, that's why you have, you know, your puffs, because, you know, each hair is acting on its own individual accord. And the act of twist outs or twisting or braiding brings your hair together in groups, in harmony, and gives you that more defined look. And it's true for, you know, Spanish girls or white girls. If you have curly hair, you just need to have your hair grouped together in order to get a balance. You know, some frizz is fine, but if you want, you know, that a good curly headed look, you have to have balance between the frizz and the curls. This in particular is a second day wash and go. So when I woke up this morning, I didn't do anything to this hair. I did sleep with something on my hair to protect it. I have kind of like a crown, almost like a Nefertiti crown without a top that I stick my head up in. And so I basically look like broccoli. So it pulls my hair all up on the top of my head, and then in the morning I take it out and it falls where it may. But anyway, I just thought I'd mention that. I think a lot of people do know that, but some people don't understand the idea of connecting your hair follicles together to create larger groups, or don't understand that that's what you're doing, and that's what leads to the nice, wonderful curl that we all love to have. If that's your thing, I think I have a balance. You know, it's a mixture of both. I think the back is my fluffier, most unruly portion of my hair, but I can't see it, so it doesn't bother me that much. I hope this was helpful. Yeah, braid that hair if you want to get more defined. That actually, braiding your hair is what leads to those mermaid waves people are always talking about. I wouldn't suggest little braids unless you want the little, you know, crimpy crimps going on. But you know, if you do bigger braids, you know, maybe 4 braids, 2 down the side, 2 down the back, you'll get a nice, you know, beautiful wave in your hair the next day. And it'll work for anybody. The only difference is, you know, if you're Asian and you have that pin straight hair, or, you know, you just have straight fine hair in general, you will need to use some kind of holding product while your hair is damp to make the style stay longer than, you know, 5 minutes. That is all I have to say. I hope it was helpful again, and rock on, y'all.